Imagine this: you press the power button on your computer, expecting it to hum to life, but instead, you are met with silence, a blank screen, or an error message you have never seen before. It is a moment that can send a shiver down any user's spine. Deciding when to call in a professional for a computer startup problem can be tricky, but generally, it is time for expert help when you have already tried basic, safe troubleshooting steps and your computer still will not start up correctly, or when you suspect a serious hardware failure. The core reason behind needing a professional often lies in the complexity of modern computer systems. A startup problem can stem from many sources, ranging from a faulty power supply or a failing hard drive to corrupted operating system files or even a problematic motherboard. Unlike simpler issues like a slow application, a computer that will not boot correctly means the foundational elements needed to run any software are compromised. Experts have specialized diagnostic tools and training to pinpoint the exact component or software causing the issue, which is often beyond the scope of general user knowledge. When you encounter a persistent startup issue, start by checking the obvious. Make sure all cables, including the power cord and monitor cables, are securely connected. If your computer is completely unresponsive, try a different power outlet. For issues where the computer powers on but nothing appears on screen, ensure your monitor is plugged in and turned on, and that it is set to the correct input source. You might also try removing any recently added external devices, as they can sometimes interfere with the boot process. If these simple checks do not resolve the problem, then it is a strong indicator that the issue is more significant. A key indicator for expert intervention is when you hear unusual noises, such as repetitive clicking from inside the computer tower, which can signal a failing hard drive, or if you see a persistent blue screen of death with cryptic error codes. Another major sign is if your computer enters an endless loop of trying to start up and then restarting, often called a boot loop, without ever reaching the operating system. Furthermore, if your system explicitly states that an operating system cannot be found, after you have already confirmed the physical drive connections, this points to a deep system fail or hardware problem. When preparing to take your computer to a technician, it is helpful to gather a few pieces of information. Make a note of any specific error messages you saw, any new software or hardware you installed recently, and exactly what troubleshooting steps you have already attempted. This will save the technician valuable time and help them diagnose the problem more efficiently. If possible, ensure any critical data is backed up before this point, as severe startup problems can sometimes lead to data loss during repair. Knowing when to hand it over saves you frustration and prevents accidental damage. Ultimately, recognizing when a computer startup problem has surpassed your comfort level and basic troubleshooting capabilities is key to a swift and effective resolution. Trusting an expert with specific expertise means your computer can be properly diagnosed and repaired, restoring your access and preserving your valuable data, allowing you to get back to using your device with confidence.